Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race preview on this Saturday meeting here at Bangalore. The first race coming up, the Division 2 of the Malakpet Plate. Distance is 1100, horses rated 0 to 24 years old and over. We start off with the first runner coming up will be number 1, Girl with Pearl, who ran 9th. RICO was the winner of this race, and Girl with Pearl was almost third last, in fact, and ended up in the ruck is Girl with Pearl. No form to go by in his previous occasions. Sporting Blinkers, stock strap rated at 18 is number 1, Girl with Pearl. Two will be She's Superb. She's Superb ran fourth. The one who was in that fourth position, literally struggling out there, and ended up eventually running fourth on the sorting is She's Superb. Is out of West Virginia out of Timeless Memories. This one tongue strap rated at 15 is number 2, She's Superb. 3 will be Able Master. That's the next one coming up for scrutiny. Well, Able Master ran 11th in that mid-pack. Fierce Fighter was the winner of this race. This is race number 118 you're looking at. There you can see on the top of your screens, putting that white with blue sleeves as Able Master. Ended up eventually running 11th out of 12 runners. Just beat one home this race. Fierce Fighter, the winner. Putting blinkers rated at 14 is number 3, Able Master. 4 will be Premier Premises. Premier Premises ran second. NAAYAAB was the winner. Race number 179 was the Scurry Trip. Premier Premises had the slender lead towards the rail side. The grey, you cannot miss it. And NAAYAAB was the one which was warming up on the outside. And ultimately, Premier Premises battled on and ended up finishing on second on the starting. Lives to fight another day. Rated at 14, spinning cross-nose band. NAAYAAB the winner. 5 will be KRUGER Park, who ran second. AQUA Blessing was the winner of this race. And KRUGER Park still battling on out there. Had the slender lead, and ultimately AQUA Blessing took over the running of the final 50 meters, and KRUGER Park did run a good race and have to run second on the starting. This is race number. This is the winter run you're looking at of KRUGER Park. One tongue strap rated at 13. Number 6, AEROSPEED, and number 9, Astron are the next two runners. Astron ran 8th. No Opinion was the winner of this race. But let's have a look at AEROSPEED's credential. AEROSPEED, race number 181, ended up in that back bunch. Once fourth, but subsequently hasn't shown any semblance of form in his next 3 outings. Is AEROSPEED rated at 12, whereas number 9 in the card is Astron. Astron is yet another back marker and finished on ending up 8th on the outings. One blinkers, tongue strap rubber bit, cross-nose band rated at 7. 7 will be Odyssey. Odyssey finished 7. Shaktiman, the winner, and Odyssey was the one. And RACY Princess finished on 4th. Odyssey was in that pack bunch. Shaktiman was the one who was waiting to pounce on the front runner. And Shaktiman ended up eventually winning this race, whereas RACY Princess finished on in that pack bunch. Odyssey, on the other hand, finished on 7th out of 12 runners. One tongue strap rated at 12. RACY Princess out of CP West out of Arikana. It's one tongue strap crosses band rated at 4. Yet the runner which finished on in that pack bunch. Duty Call is late Brunesco, is number 8, Duty Call, who ran 8th. Ice Speed is the winner. This is the Bangalore summer run you're looking at, and Duty Call, the grey, cannot miss it in that back bunch. Given a couple of taps or so, but the response was none. Finished on ending up 8th on the starting. Ice Speed, the winner. Spuntangsta crosses band pacifiers, rated at 10. Z-Class comes up next. Number 10 in the car is Z-Class out of Lord Admiral, out of Lysianthus is number 10. Z-Class, who ran 10th. Track Striker was the winner of this race. And Z-Class was, in that back bunch was Z-Class. Second last, in fact, is Z-Class is out of Lord Admiral Lysianthus, and ended up running 10th out of 11. Just beat one home in this race is Z-Class. Sporting tongue strap rated at 7 is number 10, Z-Class. Track Striker, the winner. The second race is the Cerberus Plate. Distance is 1400 from 8 horses, 3 years runly. We start off with the first runner. Coming up is number 2, Red Snapper. This is the Hyderabad challenger, Red Snapper, who ran 3rd on this outing. Is Red Snapper. This has had a couple of outings previously, and previously ran 3rd with 2nd in his previous outing, and in this occasion 3rd out of 11 runners. Led the field for most part of the journey and ended up finishing on 3rd is Red Snapper. This one tongue strap rated at 37 is number 2, Red Snapper. Lost out very closely in the final stages. Number 3 will be Sir Supremo, who finished on 2nd. INVADER was the winner of this race in the silks of white with orange diamonds. Is Sir Supremo still having the slender lead, and INVADER came with giant strides on the arse to come a notch of that victory. Sir Supremo lives to fight another day. Just about 3/4 and separating the first 2 runners. Previously ran 2nd being Warhammer, has met good company in his previous occasions. For tongue strap is number 3, so Suprema. And Southern Ruler is out of Samai, that of Fatah is a Southern Ruler, who ran second on the starting 4 and a quarter, separating the first 2 runners is a Southern Ruler. And this is the Mumbai run you're looking at of Southern Ruler. Morning blinkers, cross nose band rated at 40 is number 4, Southern Ruler. Well, Victorious Sermon, who ran second. Juliet is the winner. This is the Mumbai run, race number 139. You're going across 2, and Victorious Sermon is the one in the silks of purple with red lilac is Victorious Sermon. Got that opening in between runners, and a little bit jostling out there in the last few strides, and ultimately Victorious Sermon ran second on the starting. 1 and 3 quarters separating the first 2 runners, putting tongue strap. 7 will be Chantel, who ran 4th. Alexander Dumas was the winner of this race, and Chantel is the one who ended up finishing on 4th on the starting. Well, Chantel is at a burden approved of Tereshka is Chantel, and both occasions ran 4th from blinkers, tongue strap. Cosmic Feeling, who finished second. Chola Emperor, the winner, and Cosmic Feeling. This is the Chennai run you're looking at of Cosmic Feeling, who ended up finishing on second on the starting. 1 and 3 quarters separating the first 2 runners as one tongue strap as Cosmic Feeling. We wind up the pre of the second and more to third race. The Division 1 of the Malak paid plate, distance 1100. And we have a look at number 1, NAAYAAB. The eventual winner in this race is NAAYAAB. Well, traveled about 5 wide off the fence under the weight. A bit of high action out there is NAAYAAB, and eventually came and notched up this victory, beating Premier Premises. We have seen this footage earlier, and NAAYAAB ending up winning this race by a margin of a neck. One tongue strap is NAAYAAB. Net wizard of women on top. 2 will be Regal Force. Regal Force finished 4th. Armin was the winner of this race, and Regal Force was angling for his run. Well up to the first 3 runners was Regal Force, and eventually ran 4th on the starting. Died out in the last few meters and finished on 4th on the starting is Regal Force from blinkers rated at 19. 3 will be My Lexicon. The widest of all, in fact, is My Lexicon. With the rider, looks like he seems to be unbalanced out of there. And My Lexicon ran 12th out of 12 runners. Last on the starting is My Lexicon. Net wizard of Kabubina, rated at 18s. From blinkers, tungster, crossnose band is number 3, My Lexicon. 4 is Savisa. Savisa, the eventual winner in this race, is Savisa. Made every post of winning one, got out the blocks, and made every post of winning one, given a couple of backhanders, and won by a margin of a head, in fact, is Savisa. And this is certainly a fine performance after some disappointing runs on the previous occasion. Ended up winning this race is Savisa. When Tungster crosses band rated at 18. 5 will be Simone. Simone finished 5th. Sahara was the winner. Race number 80 is the one which comes up for scrutiny, and Simone was the one who finished down in that mid-pack. Right throughout 5th, in fact, 10th in his previous outing. Ben Angel's case, Tungster crosses band rated at 18. A support out of Optimal is number 5, Simone. Songkran, who ended up 3rd. Baymax was the winner of this race, and Songkran is in race number 159. Well, this horse was in that back bunch, and Songkran ended up eventually finishing on 3rd on the starting, with the winner Baymax clear of this field, and Songkran ended up finishing on that. Pretty consistent in his last 3 outings, in fact, Songkran. Excellent art of the Star Goddess, when Tungster Crossnose Band rated at 70. The winner was Baymax. 7 will be Hunter's Moon. Kashmere ran 7th. Yellow Zone was the winner of this race. And we have also look at Goodward, who finished on 10th, being produced about 7-8 wide. Yellow Zone was the winner of this race. But let's have a look at Hunter's Moon credential. 3rd on the previous occasion, being RICO in this occasion. We ended up in that mid-pack was Hunter's Moon from Tungster Crossnose Band. Pacify Blinkers rated at 16 is number 7, Hunter's Moon. Whereas Kashmere on the other hand finished on 7, twice second in his previous occasion, being Desert Gold and No Opinion. And in this occasion, 7th behind Yellow Zone, rated at 13 is Kashmere. And we also have a look at Goodward, finished on 10th on this outing. Spun tongue stop rated at 13. 8 will be Shivalik Show. Shivalik Show ran 8th. Starman was the winner. Well, in that mid-pack, taking that run towards the inside. And Shivalik Show could only ended up finishing on 8th is Shivalik Show. And compared to his previous 2 outings, no form to go by as well as this well is Shivalik Show. Hasn't done anything much of in all his 3 outings. Rated at 18. When he crossed band is number 8, Shivalik Show. 9 will be Irish Prince. Irish Prince ran 12. Shaktiman was the winner of this race, and Irish Prince, well, gracing the wrong end of the field last, in fact, as Irish Prince. Literally struggling out on the top of your screen. Ended up last is Irish Prince, 12th out of 12 runners. Shaktiman, the winners from Blinkers Crossers Band, rated at 14. This is the winter run you're looking at of Irish Prince. The fourth race is the MH Amarnath Memorial Trophy. Distance run is 1600 meters. We have a look at number 1, Fabulous. Sacred Roman was the winner of this race. And let's have a look at Fabulous's credential during the invitation weekend. Sacred Roman emerged victorious to win by a margin of 4 lengths, whereas Fabulous ended up in that mid-pack. Fabulous is at a burden of proof at a sunny climb as from Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 81 is number 1, Fabulous. 2 will be Magistero. Magistero ran second. Royal Sceptre was the winner. Race number 201. Winter run over that mile trip. And Royal Sceptre was the one who left the field absolutely standing on this occasion right from the word go. Whereas Magistero on this occasion finished on second. 4 lengths off the winner, rated at 78. 3 will be La Rondine, who ran 5th. This is the Mumbai challenger. La Rondine finished 5th. The Turning Point was the winner of this race. And La Rondine is out of King Duck, out of Rai Serenade, who ran ending up 5th over that 7 furlong trip in race number 125 in Mumbai, rated at 74 is number 3, La Rondine. And 4 will be Isn't She Lovely? Isn't She Lovely finished 5th. Sergeant at Arms was the winner. This is race number 237, the Hyderabad run you're looking at of Isn't She Lovely during the invitation weekend, and ended up finishing on 5th out of 12 runners. Led the field for most part of the journey and ended up eventually finishing 5th. The Sergeant at Arms, the winner, putting blinkers, rated at 72. Previously second in winter, behind the Invader. 5 will be Point to Prove. Point to Prove ran second. Shivansh was the winner of this race, and Point to Prove was the one which has been produced about 4 whites, putting that yellow cap, given a couple of hard cracks or so, and Point to Prove could only come and finish on second, 1 1/4 lengths behind Shivansh, bridged in the gap on every stride to about 1 1/4 lengths, sporting Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 71. 6 will be Seeking. Seeking ran 3rd. NANHIPARI was the winner of this race. Winter run is lone winter run in race number 144, finished on 3rd out of 7 runners. NANHIPARI was the winner of this race. Second for most part of the journey, and ultimately ran 3rd is Seekings from Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 71. 7 will be Corybantic, who ran 3rd. Came in from almost that last position to come and run 3rd on this outing is Corybantic. Big Sir was the winner of this race, and Corybantic in winter came and finished on 3rd on this outing. From almost last position to came and run 3rd is Corybantic from Blinkers Tungster, rated at 70. Punjabi Girl was the eventual winner in this race. Travelled about 6 wide off the fence, and Star Cracker, also coming up for scrutiny, ran 6th on this occasion. Towards the rail side is Star Cracker. But let's have a look at Punjabi Girl's credential. Took out running at the final 250 meters, and then won on this outing is Punjabi Girl, beating Surf Romance as this Punjabi Girl from Tungster, rated at 70, whereas the other runner, number 11 in the card, Star Cracker, was very well positioned and finished on ending up in that 6th position is Star Crackers from Blinkers Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 67 is number 11 Star Cracker. 9 will be New Moon. New Moon ran 3rd. The Invader was the winner of this race. New Moon was the one who travelled about 3-4 wide off the fence, was in that 4th position, and New Moon ended up eventually running 3rd, twice 4th in his previous occasion, and 3rd on this occasion is New Moon, is out of Dean Skitten, out of Atmosphere, rated at 68 is number 9 New Moon. 10 will be Dr. Logan. Dr. Logan ran 7th. St. Pauli Girl, the winner, race number 158 over the mile trip. Dr. Logan was the 3rd last position was Dr. Logan and been pushed, whereas the winner, St. Pauli Girl, was clear of this field, won by a comfortable margin, whereas Dr. Logan ended up finishing on 7th, previously 2nd behind NANHIPARI. In this occasion, ran 7th from Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 67. And 12 will be Striking Ray, the eventual winner in this race, race number 194, after coming in from Hyderabad, came winning that race in Hyderabad, came and eventually won on this occasion by a margin of a neck, although Star Event flew in the last part, but Striking Ray just managed to win by a neck, rated at 5th race is the Dharma Prakasha LS Venkojirao Memorial Cup. Distance is 1400 forces, rated 30 to 50. And we have a look at number 1, Tarini. Tarini was the one who ran third. Alpha was the winner. We have seen this footage earlier. Well, this is the last week's run of Alpha, who came and won on this occasion, whereas Tarini was the one who gradually improved positions to come and finish on third on the sorting. Is Tarini. Swarming blinkers rated at 49 is number 1, Tarini. 2 will be Rare Rhythm. Rare Rhythm finished 9th, all set to go, the winner of this race. And Rare Rhythm was in that back bunch. Second last is Rare Rhythm, and this is the winter run you're looking at in his lone outing. Finished on 9th out of 9 runners, all set to go. The winner, Spun Tongue Strap, rated at 47, is number 2, Rare Rhythm. Ace out of Glorious Breaker is number 2, Rare Rhythm. 2 will be War and Boy. War and Boy finished 5th. Salvador Dali was the winner of this race, and War and Boy was the one who was being produced about 4-5 wide off the fence, well in that back bunch, and ended up running second last. In fact, is War and Boy. The winner was Salvador Dali, and War and War ended up in that back punch. Tongue Stop rated at 44. 4 will be Interesting, ran 7th. Maybe Forever was the winner of this race, being produced about 5-6 wide off the fence. Was Interesting, and now being given a couple of reminders also, and eventually ended up 7th on the starting, twice 7th, with once 4th on the first starting behind Lady Legend, and second behind Rosebrook is Interesting, but the subsequent 2 outings not to be cited in the money, rated at 43, is number 4, Interesting. Back Up Beyond comes up next. Back Up Beyond ran 8th. The Spirit Bruce was the winner, and Back Up Beyond was in that backward position, and ended up eventually running in that 8th position. 8th out of 10 runners is Back Up Beyond. Ivory Touch at a Pretty Move, rated at 42, is number 5, Back Up Beyond. 6 will be Foyet or More. Foyamore was the one who ran third. Aeolus was the winner of this race, was a winner in his last outing, and in this occasion, Foyamore ran third. Third out of 12 runners. Aeolus was the one who eventually won on this occasion, and Foyamore was the one who was just charging in, but could only finish on third. Rated at 37 one blinker. 7 will be Star Appearance. Star Appearance finished second. Warhammer was the winner of this race, and Star Appearance was the one who did all the running and finished on ending up second on the starting. Warhammer left the field absolutely standing at the final 100 meters to win by a comfortable margin of 6 lengths, whereas Star Appearance ran second, winner in his previous outing, and in this run ran second. Tongue Stop rated at 36. 8 will be Gandharva. Gandharva ran 5th. The Land of Liberty was the winner, race number 180 over the 7 furlong trip. Gandharva finished on 5th on the starting. Now be switched on the outside under the whip, came and finished on 5th, once 4th in his previous outing behind Benediction, and this run ran 5th. Tongue Stop rated at 31 is number 8, Gandharva. Abdecided of Fight to Glory. The 6th race is the Santorini Star Plate. Distance is 1200, forces rated 15 to 35. We have a look at the first runner coming up for scrutiny. Will be number 1, Prodigal, who ran third. Benediction was the winner of this race, and Prodigal was the one who was being produced about 4 wide. Given a couple of reminders or so, was catching up with the front runner, and eventually ended up finishing on third on the starting, with Benediction eventually winning this race, and Prodigal ran third. As one blinker's tongue strap rated at 35. 2 will be Tony's Pet. The eventual winner in this race, with the surprise package on that day, was Tony's Pet. Well, waiting to launch an assault at the final 150 meters, and under the hard riding came and eventually won on this occasion is Tony's Pet by a margin of a neck, rated at 34. 3 will be Pink Smile. Pink Smile finished 12th. Secret Superstar was the winner of this race, and Pink Smile was gracing the wrong end of the field, putting that white cap on the top of your screen, out for an airing, and ended up 12th out of 12 runners. Putting blinkers, tongue stop rated at 30 is number 3, Pink Smile. Dancing Forever out of Pink Chuchi is number 3, Pink Smile. 4 is Annalise. Well, barring that one run in race number 100 and finished on third, subsequent runs and his previous runs seems to be disappointing. Is Annalise running 10th out of 10 runners on this outing as Annalise. Pretty bad run coming in from Annalise. Ivory Touch out of Mrs. Monet. One blinkers rated at 27 is number 4, Annalise. 5 will be Moraine Gabriella. Number 5 will be Moraine Gabriella, who ran 4th. Constantinople, the winner. Race number 6, Bangalore Summer Meeting. The current season run you're looking at of Moraine Gabriella, who did all the running at the final, till the final 150 meters, and then ultimately ended up finishing on 4th on this outing, is Moraine Gabriella. Constantinople won by a sizable margin of 7.5 lengths. From tongue stop rated at 27 is number 5, Moraine Gabriella. 6 will be Master of War, who finished on 5th as Master of War. Armin was the winner, and we also have a look at number 9, Happy Dancing, who ran 9th on this outing. Is Happy Dancing angling for his run in between runners. Race number 176 you're looking at. Master of War finished on 5th on this outing in this race towards the rail side, still battling on there with a couple of horses flashing onto the scene, and ultimately Master of War could only finish on 5th. In fact, close 5th, in fact, when Blinkers tongue stop rated at 24, whereas the other run in this race is number 9, Happy Dancing. It's a pretty bad run, ran off the frame, rated at 22s from Blinkers Tungster crosses band basket bet is Happy Dancing. 7 will be Desert Gold. Desert Gold was the one who ran 12th on the starting is Desert Gold. Well, in that back bunch, literally struggling out there. There you can see the top of your screen. Desert Gold ran ending up 12th out of 12 runners. Propine was the winners from Tongue Stop Side Chickpeas rated at 23. 8 will be Perfect King. Perfect King ran 7th. King of Shadows was the winner of this race, and Perfect Queen King, in fact, was the one who was in the 3rd last position, and Perfect King finished on 7th out of 12 runners. This is the winter run of Perfect King, and in his lone outing finished on 7th out of 12 runners. Putting Blinkers Tungster crosses band rated at 23. Express Wish out of Strone is number 8, Perfect King. 10 is Leon Grant. Leon Grant ran 11th. Prince Charmo, the winner of this race. Yet another back marker. Hasn't shown any semblance of form. Is Leon Grant. Is at a total gallery of Majani. Is Leon Grant. 3 runs, twice 9th and once 11th out of 11 runners behind Prince Charmo. Is Leon Grant's from tongue stop rated at 21. 11 will be So Quick. Well, this horse, So Quick, is out of Tariq, out of Be Quick, is So Quick. Started off as a winter campaign with a 4th on the first outing being Yerwazan, but his subsequent outings hasn't shown that form. Seems to be sliding down the ladder. Ran 9th behind Charmed Life, and in this occasion, 10th out of 12 runners behind Foyer Amor is So Quick, rated at 21 is number 11, So Quick. The 7th race is the Astounding Plate. Handicap for horses rated 15 to 35. 4 is old and over. Distance run is 1400. 1 will be I Spell Danger to All, who ran 6th. Eolis was the winner of this race. And I Spell Danger to All was the one in the silks of navy blue with light green belt. Is I Spell Danger to All. Finished on 6th. Previously ran 3rd over that sprint distance. And in this occasion ran 6th is I Spell Danger to All. From Blinkers tongue stop rated at 32. Well, 2 will be Mariachi. Mariachi was the eventual winner in this race, and this horse won from the word go and won fluently on this occasion is Mariachi. Although the margin between the first 2 runners is just about a neck, but it was Mariachi who held on to win with superb success, bridging on the gap on every stride. Mariachi the winner. This one tongue stop rated at 31. And 3 will be Perfect Golden Era, who ran 4th. Brooklyn Supreme was the winner. Traveled about 5 wide off the fences. Perfect Golden Era started to catch up to the front runners, but the winner was a long way clear. Brooklyn Supreme and Perfect Golden Era could only finish on 4th. Was winner of race in race number 127 and subsequently ran 2nd behind Propines from tongue stop rated at 29. 4 will be Cosmos, and we also have a look at number 9 coming up for scrutiny. That's Desert Angel, but Cosmos was the one who ran 2nd on the starting behind Foyer Amos from Tungster Crosses band rated at 28 is Cosmos. Multi-dimensional of Hills and Stars is number 4, Cosmos. Foyer Amos was the one which was waiting to launch an assault, came alongside and took out the running and went took a win by a margin of 2 lengths on this occasion. Cosmos ending up 2nd on the starting, whereas number 9 in this race is Desert Angel, who finished on 3rd. 2nd in his previous outing being Benediction, in this run ran 3rd from Tungster rated at 22. 5 will be Photogenic, who ran 4th. Camila was the winner of this race, and Photogenic was in that 4th position and ultimately ended up finishing on there itself as Photogenic. Still struggling out there and ended up finishing on 4th as Photogenic. Previously 4th behind San Bernardino, was a winner of a race in his one of his outings. Is Photogenic as one tongue stop rated at 28 in race number 204, finished on 4th over that mile trip. 7 will be Blarney Stone. Blarney Stone ran 6th. Armin was the winner of this race, and Blarney Stone was the one who was in that second last position, running a little bit green, I thought, on that day. And Blarney Stone ended up eventually running 6th on this outing. Is Blarney Stone, rated at 24. Well, 8 will be Paradiso. Paradiso did not complete the course. In fact, well, stood flat-footed in the stalls on that occasion is Paradiso. 10 will be Lovely Sierra, who finished 3rd. Summer Dawn was the winner of this race. And Lovely Sierra, well, in that 3rd position, and eventually ended running 4th, was a winner in race number 22, but subsequently hasn't shown any forms in his next 3 outing, and in this occasion ran 4th as Lovely Sierra from Tungsten Crosses by hanging bit, rated at 22. 11 will be John Snow. John Snow ran 9th. Treasure Delight was the winner of this race, race number 24. And John Snow was the one who ended up 9th. The winner was long way clear, Treasure Delight, with the riders looking back to see any possible threat. But the threat was none with the Treasure Delight on that occasion. But John Snow ended up in that back bunch, rated at 21. And the last runner for the day will be number 12, All By Myself. All By Myself finished 9th. Yellow Zone was the winner of this race, towards the rail side, beautifully positioned up there in front, and All By Myself, once the pressure was applied, faded out gradually and ended up in the ruck, finishing 9th. Last run 4th behind Lamato, but this run ran 9th on the startings. One basketball side chickpeas, rated at 17. So that's when the pre of today's races. We'll join you tomorrow. Until then, thank you from all of us.